So you've probably heard that you need to create a free offer, but you're like, I don't know what to put out there. I see other people being successful with this. So where do I start and why does it even matter? So first off, the number one reason that you want to create a free offer is you get to test content. You can test free content, you test paid content. If you haven't created an offer, no reason in making a mistake creating something that people don't want. So that is a great thing to do. Number two is it increases your authority and your expertise by getting you out to more people who are in that bigger part of your funnel. Only 3% of your followers at any given time are ready, willing, and able to invest in what you have to offer. And considering when you create a post, typically 2% of your followers even see it. So that's why as you're creating this valuable content, it gets your face out to more people who are willing to say yes. And now, of course, the sun's coming out, but I love it. Okay, so first thing that you want to do in your 3-step formula is identify your target audience and their specific needs. You don't want to create something that's for everybody. You should know who your niche is, who would actually have value with this. So think back to your journey, where you were when you started. What was that first thing that you really needed? Was it a checklist? Was it resources? Was it a how-to guide of something to get them a quick win? So think about your audience, get into their psychographics. This is their values, their beliefs, their goals, not necessarily demographics. I find that psychographics are better, but literally come up with a name of somebody and go, this is the person that would be my ideal client. What is that very first thing that I could help them with? Then start asking, and here's your question. So who are your ideal clients? What problems do they have that you can solve? Is there a common problem? This is a big one. There's typically a common problem that everybody faces, and that's that first thing that they need to do before they move on to the next. As I said, everybody I've worked with, 100% of clients that have come to me, something is wonky with their brand. It's not what they're searching for, but something's wonky with their brand. What they want is to get more leads. So that's why I created my lead magnet quick start guide. All right, so think about the content that is most helpful to them right where they are. If I started talking to you about technology and how to build out funnels, and you use pretty links, and you have email systems and blah, blah, your eyes would probably glaze over and you'd go, hell no. Start with something that's simple. Start with the basics. And then the beauty is, as I said, if you copy that email series that I'm sending to you, then you can take and drip content and continue to educate and give them one more tidbit. If people get overwhelmed, they won't do it. And 99.9% of people that download your freebie are going to have issues with implementing. That's why you need to be the expert to help them implement this. Okay, so as you create your free offer, keep in mind it needs to be closely related. Think about my power of 3 offer formula. You have that first win, you create a gap. Then there's that second thing that they need to do that they need your help with. You help them get another win. There's another gap, win, gap. Makes sense. It's power of 3. Okay, so number 2. So you craft a lead magnet that meets your business goals. So think about what you've got going on right now. Do you have a free workshop coming up? Do you have a paid workshop coming up? Are you going to be interviewed on a podcast? Or maybe you're doing a live, or you're going to get interviewed in some sort of a summit, or you have a bundle, right? Where you have a small, inexpensive paid offer that's part of a bundle, and they want you to give a free offer with it. So think about what your business goals are right now to create your lead magnet. I've been doing this since 2020. So I have about 15 different lead magnets based on what I've got going on and what I choose to promote. So as I mentioned in my visibility challenge, I created a visibility audit. This was a social media audit before I made a few tweaks and it became a visibility audit for the visibility challenge. I was recently interviewed on a podcast. Guess what? I gave a visibility playbook. It's more intense. There are more pages that are to it, but it goes back to it's what I was promoting at the time. So always think about this. Then as you're putting it together, then you're like, well, where the heck do I stick this? Number one, it goes on your website. If you have a website and that is that place that you're driving people back to, you should always have your freebie on your website. You should be offering it in social media. You can do it as posts. You can create stories. You can create reels. It can be on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. The call to action is what's going to be different. So as an example, here's another quick tip. If you put it out as a Facebook post, you could actually put a link if you had a landing page, or you could say, drop a comment if you want it, and I'll send it your way. And then you have that conversation in a direct message. In Instagram, you can't do that. You'd have to say, click the link in my bio to get this, or comment below, or send me a DM, direct message. So that's why you always have that strong call to action that tells them, how do they get it? Otherwise, they're going to wonder, how the heck do I get it? And then it's going to be confusing in the process. So there are lots of different ways to promote it. The big thing is give it time. All too often, and it doesn't matter what the marketing strategy, I see somebody, they said, well, I posted and nobody showed up. It takes consistency. I started with a brand new marketing system about a year ago. It took time for it to get traction. It also took time for me to get used to the system. And now that we're in 2023 and I'm looking at what's coming up and what all the experts are saying, then I'm tweaking that system. But you have to give it time. It is so important. The other thing that happens is if you put it out and nobody says yes, it may be a matter of just simply tweaking the title. That's all you have to do, tweak the title, or like the landing page copy that's on it, or how you offer it. So I want to go back and show, since we're doing the recap, here is a great way that you don't even have to have a landing page to promote a freebie. So with this, I mentioned that I did a visibility boost workshop. I have done it, or excuse me, a visibility challenge. I've done a visibility boost workshop. All I did yesterday was I made a little post on my personal Facebook page, and I just said, I shared how I did this. It's actually 208 million views instead of 190 million views now. I said several have asked, so if I created a 10-minute recap with easy to implement tactics right here, would you be interested? I have 16 comments. I didn't even have to create a landing page. I'm going to go shoot that video when this gets done. I just went through the challenge. I already have it. So that way I'm just going to give them the Cliff Notes version. So if you've ever done a free workshop, hint, hint, this is a great thing to do, because you're looking for people who raise their hand, who say, that sounds like a great idea. Are they all going to be your clients? Heck no. But it gives people a chance to see what you have to offer and get them to say yes, because that's what it's about. Making connections starts with having irresistible offers, whether it's a free offer, a small offer, a larger offer, but it's getting people to raise their hand so they can say yes, so you can start a conversation. It is so easy. So with that, the main thing to keep in mind, if you remember nothing else, snackable content. Snackable content. That's what happens when you create a lead magnet or a freebie, is you're giving people bite-sized nuggets of your expertise. You can also take that lead magnet and you can turn it into lots of different social media posts, but think snackable content that's easy to implement, gets quick wins, and helps people to stay engaged with you. So with that, if you enjoyed today's video, whether it be the live version or the short recap, be sure to follow me for more information. And if you want to help creating your lead magnet, then drop the word guide and I will send you the lead magnet guide and Canva template. As I said, steal the emails that come through, because you're going to want those for your follow-up series. And I'm happy to help you get started on that. So follow me for more, and I will catch you the next time.